What's up guys, welcome to Simple Chinese. My name is Mike Lin. In this video I'm going to talk about all those basic things you have to know about Chinese character. Last video I talked about the formation of Chinese characters. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to go back and watch it. So you have understanding of what Chinese characters are formed and just a general idea of how we write those words and things like that. Okay, but in this video, the four bigger topic I'm gonna talk about will be the radicals, strokes, stroke orders, and word structures. Okay, it might look like a lot, maybe crazy, but it's just simple thing. So I'm not gonna cover it with you very quick. Okay, so whenever you write the Chinese, let me use this empty board here example. Let's say what do you wanna say? Let's say hello, right? I always use hello as example. Maybe next time it's a different one, but it's always easy. So you write the phrase hello, 你好, right? So what is radicals? Radicals are basically just part, of the words right here. That's the radical. In Chinese, we call those 边旁部首. Okay, so basically what radicals means just like whatever you see, whatever words in here, like this one here, that's not radical. That's not radical, right? That's not radical right here. Basically in the side, or maybe like on top, or in the bottom, or left side or right side. That's what radicals are. And what radicals does is basically give the word the meaning. So what I mean by this is like a lot of radicals, like for example, this radical right here. Okay, what this radical is the word person. 人, okay, so let's call it 人字旁. So this radical represents this person. Okay, so whenever you see this radical on whatever Chinese word, most likely that is gonna associate it with a person kind of thing. Okay, so the word here 你, right? 你 means you, and you're a person. That's why we use the word here 你, right? Another word, let's say the word 他. Right? 他. That's a he. And a he is a person. That's why I use the radical here. Right? That makes sense. Okay? What else? Let me use another example here. Let's say she. So she is her. Right? If that's a her, then we also got a radical for the girl, which is this. So this character by itself. Sometimes radicals can also be the word itself, which is this one in this case. This word is 女, okay? So 女, okay? What 女 means basically girl, right? Woman. So female, right? So 女, that is a radical too. It can be a character and it can also be a radical. So the radical in this case will be this. In this case, this radical means 她. And this 她 means she, right? Makes sense, right? Or what else? What's another example for this one? The word ant, 菇. Okay. 菇. 菇 means ant, and the ant is a woman. That's why we call ant, right? Female. That's why we get this female character radical right here. So that is what I mean. So a lot of the other radicals are basically in the representation of whatever the word kind of associated with. And then for another example, this radical right here, okay, usually means associated with animals. Okay, so we see this in the word dog. Got a little puppy in the dog. Okay, you see right here. That's a square view. Okay, it's cool. So dog. So we see this radical here. Basically represents like whenever you see a word with this radical, a lot of times means it's associated with animals. So dog or cat, right? Cat, right here. Not all the time, but most of the time should be the case. Okay. Well, what else? There's a lot. Okay. I think one of the biggest one would be the water associated with water, which is this. Okay, that's a radical. Okay, that if you see that and goes with a lot of words, usually that means it's water, like associated with water. So or the lake, whatever, ocean, most likely will be this. So let's say this word here, 湖. 湖 means lake. So we got this radical right here, and that represents lake, ocean, 海. It means sea, right? Ocean will be 海洋. See, we all got this radicals right here. Okay, so that kind of makes sense, right? And then there's like a lot of radicals, okay, like lots of them. Like you need a dictionary to find out all the radicals there are. So you don't have to like memorize all of them, obviously. But basically, what you try to do is whenever you learn a vocab, you will see maybe a radical like this. Okay, this radical right here is involved with like actions, so that you see like all these are action words. Well, this one means this one here, radical means wood. So something to do with wood. So my name, Lin. Okay, my last name Lin will be, Mike Lin. In Chinese will be this. Okay, so there's two woods, right? And then that means forest, right? So you can actually call me Mike Forest if you want. But yeah, Mike Lin. That's what this radical means. Okay, so it means wood. Something to do associated with wood. So forest, obviously there's wood. That's why I use this wood. Wood radical. Okay. So that's all about radicals. It's basically to give a word some kind of meaning, what you associated with some kind of thing. I don't know. Have you watched the video in the previous the mango, the word mango, 芒果, right? Mango here. That's a grass sign. So the grass itself is this. This means grass. So this sign here is a grass sign. So you put a lot of these grass signs on top of whatever words, and then that becomes like something associated with plants, veggies, fruits, things like that. Like the word apple, right? 苹果, right? You got this grass sign right here, means it's a plant. So things like that. Okay, so that's what radicals are. Then strokes. What strokes are is basically the structure of forming a word right here. All these words, and then I put down all these. Obviously, that's the very first lesson to read how to pronounce these words. But I'm just writing that out, just so you know. So that is dot. Obviously it's a dot, right? 点. So remember that. 点 means dot in Chinese will be the an. You should write that down in the first place. 点. Okay, that means dot. That means 横. H-E-N-G. 横. Right? 横 means just a horizontal line. 点 means just a dot. Then 竖 obviously just a vertical line. 竖. So 竖. Like I might spell pinyin wrong. I'm not 100% sure. People always make mistakes, but it should be like that. That's 撇. Well, 撇is just going down and then left, down left. Well, vertical left, right? Go down and go left a little bit like a 撇. So the word person is like this, right? Me. Erase all that, and then that will be 那. So 那, right? So 撇, 那, and then this word is person, right? We talked about it before, person, okay? And then that will be just going up, 提. That's just going upwards, basically like upward, right? And then 横沟, so 横, right here. And go, right? 横沟. So basically just a horizontal hook, right? And then 竖沟 will be vertical hook, right? And then 斜沟, 斜, right? 斜, basically slant hook, right? And then 横折 will be 折, second sound here. Yeah, let me write it again here just so you can see correctly. So 斜 is the second sound, and then 折 also second sound. 折 basically means just you're going horizontal turn, right? I think that's what I mean. Let me see here. Yeah, bent. Okay, so pretty much the same here. Horizontal bends and then vertical bends, right? So those are not like that's just what the books. If you want to see those, you can always go to the book and in the very first couple of pages you will see this. So that's just basic strokes. There's a lot more. There can be one like this. That can be one too, or something like this. That can be one too, or something like what do we got? Like maybe this. So there's a lot more, right? But these are just the basic ones. You don't have to really memorize that. It's just like I said, the book you should get. Let me find it very quick. Will be this one. So that's a level 1 part 2, but you can get level 1 part 1, and in this book basically shows you if I can get the easy one here. Like this one basically is a character book. And what this book does is basically shows you how all these strokes are working. Okay, so it's not just learning Chinese. Obviously, you have to it's compared to English. Okay, that might be a harder part. English with characters, like A, B, C, D, or to Z. There's really not a lot to memorize to learn. But in Chinese, you actually have to practice how to write each character correctly. Which can be difficult. I mean, sometimes you see some words that there's a lot more strokes. So make sure to learn that. And what this book does, for example, an easy word right here. That means 10, 10, okay? Just like that. It's just literally a horizontal line and a vertical line, right? And then it teach you which stroke goes first. So first, second, and then in this book it shows there's a little 1 right here, little 2 right here. So you know which word to write first, right? So that's what this book does, okay? It's called character book. Make sure to get that. And it's level 1, part 1, not part 2. If you're doing the very first lesson with me in the future, which I'm gonna make videos about. But get the part 1. So that's what this is about. And so that's the strokes. Just so you know what strokes are. It's basically how each whatever letters are formed. So to write this word, for example, na requires strokes, right? Like stroke, 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 stroke. Then stroke, stroke, stroke. Things like that. Right, requires strokes, and then there's a lot of different strokes too. So that's that, okay? So the next one will be stroke orders. So what does that mean? That means when you write Chinese compared to English, right? English obviously if it's just characters, let's say stroke, you always go from left to right, right? So STROKE, stroke, strokes S, right? Always going to left to right. Which in Chinese writing, if you write characters down, it will also be from left to right. But if you write one character by itself, like this character by itself, it's not, as you can tell, it's not always in the same order. Always from left to right. It can be different orders. There's basically 6 different orders. I think that's what book said. I think there are. If there's more, I'm probably gonna mention it in the future. But what those are will be from left to right. So this word here, I didn't write it great good enough, will be this, Chuan. Chuan, okay? Well, Chuan means Sichuan. Chuan can be like a state's name, and or it can also be like a valley. Yeah, right, yeah, a valley. That's what this word means, Chuan, okay? There are just 3 lines, 3, not exactly vertical lines, but it would be like Pie. So kind of down left a little bit, and then vertical line. Like it would be like this. Chuan. Okay. So from left to right, go in that direction, right? And then this word means san, so number 3. Okay, it's like number 3. God damn, can I write this? Number 3, right? So we'll be going up and down. We write this character will be, first, top, and the middle, and down. So up and down. And then this word here, 10. That means 10 in Chinese. 10. How to write that one will be first you go horizontal, and then you go vertical. So in this case, it will be vertical first and then horizontal. Okay, that's the stroke orders. Okay, so this one will be left right, That one will be up, top to bottom. That one will be horizontal first, and then vertical, right? And then this one here will be outside and then inside, right? So we write outside first. That means moon. That means 月亮. 月亮 means moon. Okay, like in the sun, moon. So outside first, and then inside, right? Be like outside first, and then inside. Okay, so that's what that stroke order will be. And then this one here, small, will be middle first, and then side. And we go side, obviously left, right? So I think there's never like a right to left, always left to right. But you go middle first, and then you go, side. Okay. And then this one will be inside first, and then close. Okay. So how you write this? This one means sun. It means so that's sun and that's moon. Okay. Sun and the moon. How to write it will be inside. You write inside first and then close. So how to write it in the order will be first you do that, and then you write inside, and then you close with that. Okay, so inside first, then you close. Okay, so that's one stroke orders on me. Okay, and then here comes the word structures. Okay, it looks like fuck, it's a lot, but don't worry, it's not that bad. Okay, so let me go with the first structure here. What word structure means is when you write Chinese, you which one do you go for? Like how do you write? The difference between word structure and the stroke orders. Like stroke orders only shows you like 6 different parts to show you like how you start writing. But word structure shows like if you look at a word structure, how do they formed? So there's a difference. Okay. That means how you write them. Okay, that means how you look at them. Like how do you tell the difference? Okay, so word structure. First one will be all these are in Chinese, but I'm going to tell you English. Okay, 左右, so left to right. So 左右. You look at that word 你好, 你. Left right structure, right? Left, right. Right. There's two parts. So left, right, that's what 左右 means, word structure, okay? And then 上下, so up and down, right? You got up and down. You got, let's say use this word here, 胃. 胃 means stomach. You got 2 parts, right? You got this part, you got this part. Up and down, right? Top and bottom. Up and down, right? So that makes sense. So left, right, up and down, and then the third one will be left, middle, right. So again, left. So we use this word here, 湖. Okay, as we already wrote down here before, 湖 means lake, right? So 湖, right? And then we got left, middle, right. So we got left. Right here, in the middle, right here, and then right. So 3 parts, boom, boom, boom. Right, that makes sense too. And then 上中下, so same thing, up, or top, middle, and the bottom. Okay, so we got this word right here. This one means 等, okay, pronounce 等. What 等 means, D-E-N, let me write it down here too, 等. Third sound. What 等 means is wait. So 等一下, that means wait a second, or 等等, wait, okay, wait, right, wait. So wait, hold up, 等. And then it's 上中下, that means top, middle, and the bottom. So it will be top, middle, and bottom. So basically, if we break them down, it will be like this. Right? Top, middle, bottom. That's what the number 4 is. Top, middle, bottom. And then again, like the third one will be like this. We break them down. right? 3 different parts. That's what number 3, left, middle, right means. Then number 5 will be 半包围. 半包围 means 半 means half, 包围 means include. So basically 半包围 means half include or half covered. Okay, so basically that means we're not completely covered. It's only halfway or on the not really close basically. So there are basically 6 different 半包围, kind of differently. First one will be 右上半包围. So what's that mean? 右 means right. So basically the right and up cover. You look at this word right here. 句子. 句. 句 means a sentence. Okay, so 句. Okay, in this case, by now you should be like, if you're watching the videos, if practice on your own, when I say 句, you should, in your mind think about, like, if maybe you already know, like, the pinyin of 句, like how do you say 句, will be 句喻句, right? So, in the future, you just have to remember that, okay? So, 句is the right and the up, half close. So, you can tell like a right, that's a left, that's right. So, in this case, this kind of cover, the right and half, part, upper right part of the, this word. So that's what this structure look like. Will be like something here, and they cover these parts, right? That's what the first one, upper right, means. And then the next one will be upper left. So basically, you got stuff here. You cover these parts, right? So the word 庙 will be this. This word's 庙, okay? What does 庙 mean? 庙 means like a temper, like Buddha, temple, right? Temple. Okay, and then the third one will be 左下包围. So it will be lower left, okay? So whatever we have here, lower left will be this general area, right? Lower left. So in this case will be that word 堂. 堂 means carpet, 地毯 that means the carpet, 堂. Okay, and then the fourth one will be 左三包围. 上 三包围. Okay, what does that mean? 三 means 3, right? And then 上 means up. So that means up 3 surfaces or 3 sides. So if you got stuff here, up 3. So it won't be nothing in the bottom, right? Nothing in the bottom. It will be up and something like this. That's what 上三包围 means. Okay. So as you can tell here, example will be that. The word 问. That means ask. Like 我问, that means I ask. Okay, 问. That's what 上三包围 mean. Makes sense, right? Like 3 on the top 3 kind of cover, the top 3, right? Like surfaces or dimensions will be here. So that's what 上三包围. And then 下三包围 basically means in the lower, the 3 different sides, right? So it would be something in here, nothing covered here, something covered like around these areas. That's what the word structure looks like. So it will be that. 画. Okay. You might kind of argue like, yeah, it's kind of covered, but it's not like closed or something. Okay, just like that. Okay, so it's like you cover the bottom, you cover the left and the right, kind of. So that's what 下三包围 means. Okay, and then the 6th one will be 左三包围. So that means the left 3 side will be like this. The left will be this, yeah, something like that. So yes, you can tell the word, like it makes perfect sense, like you got this, you cover in the left, nothing covering the right, and the up and down. So that's what those mean. Like I don't think you ever have to be tested in your mind, maybe not, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think you will be But you have to, it's easier to remember those things because like that helps you memorize a character, right? A Chinese character. Like whenever you see new words, like wow, I've never seen this word before. But you try to memorize this word. Say this word right here. 撇. It looks very difficult, right? Like even when I first seen it, I was like, wow, like, that's hard to write. But if you wanna memorize or if you wanna learn this word, how do we do that? Right? You can tell there's you go from left to right to stroke order will be from left to right, and then there's like a 左中右结构. So 左中右 means number 3 here. So left, middle, right. So we're gonna break that apart. Okay, it will be like this, right? And then this, like that. Right, 3 different parts. Now if you break them down, and if you put them together again, it'll be boom. It'll be that word right here. Okay. So that's an idea. And then the number 6, number 7, number 6 will be 全包围, so completely closed. So as you can tell, like this one right here, wait. Oh, that character is, well, you do that first, and then you do that. Wait. So you say it's completely closed. Well, this word right here, 圆. 圆 means circle. Oh, and then you write that. I think you write that first, and then you close. Remember in the stroke order here. Okay, the structure for this word here, 圆, is 全包围, so it's completely closed, right? The square completely closed. But the stroke order will be last one here, which is you write the inside, you inside, and then you close in the very end. So you do that, and then you write the inside, then you close. Okay. So that's number 6, and number 7 will be 相欠. Yeah, these two words looks really difficult, right? So you can also break them down. But what 相欠 means is like you kind of put stuff, like inside. 相欠 is like you 镶嵌钻石到你的项链, so it means you put your, you put something inside your necklace or stuff, or into your ring. Put a diamond in the ring, and then the action of putting a diamond inside whatever will be 镶嵌. So, it's I think most often referred to like jewelry kind of thing, or small pieces, whatever. Okay, so 镶嵌 basically means you put something inside of something, right? So it will be this, and then this word does look like you put. Pretty much means like these two right here. We put these two, on top of that, then make it like this. And this word means 坐. 坐 means sit. Okay, so that's what 镶嵌 means. Okay, so whenever we try to learn a Chinese character, things to consider, right? It's the radicals. What's the radical? So let's pick which word here? Let's pick this word right here. Okay. This word 香, very hard, very difficult to write. But if you want to break that down, okay, what's the radical for 香? It will be this, right? And then that radical means like it's so associated with like a gold, associated with metals, iron, things like that. So this word here. Okay, that means 铁, that means iron, like iron. Okay, so that's the word. And then you see we got this thing right here. So mostly represent like the metal stuff. So, and it is, you put like a diamond on the ring, it requires, kind of makes sense, right? The metal stuff. So the radical for that will be this, for this word, right? And then the strokes, it requires a lot of strokes. There's like whatever this one will be. Which one should that be? The one will be 竖钩, which is horizontal hook, right? There's like a hook. There's a lot of like a lot of vertical line, a lot of horizontal lines, and then like there's like a vertical line and a vertical hook. So there's like a lot of strokes inside there. Okay, you don't have to obviously like think about it and just write about that. Just look at that and kind of understand strokes you have to write. And then stroke orders, from left to right, and you go left to right, and then this part and the right part will go from up to down, right? So it's not just always one direction. Like you finish one direction, finish your radical, and then you got this part, right? This part you just kind of have to go up and down, right? So that's the stroke order. And then word structure. we got a radical here, we got like another part. It should be left to right, okay? And then all we have to do is break them down. And like even though it's left to right, but if you just look at this part right here, the right part, you can probably break them down to like 3 different parts. Okay, so to write that word, like it looks difficult, but like every word just when you write whatever the word you have to write, you just you still like follow all the steps one by one, just like writing English long English character words. You just still go from first letter to the next. So to write that word, okay, how you do? You just like you write the radical first. Okay, I'm gonna break that like down big. Okay, so you do that, right, and then you write the next part, the middle part, which is 2 kind of square kind of thing, and then you write the middle part here. And then you do this, right, and just boom, put all of them together, and it becomes that word. Okay, so that's all about Chinese. I guess as far as writing Chinese goes, like you just make sure you understand all those concepts, and then you can just try to write that yourself. And like I said, get this workbook, the character book. I mean, it teaches you like step by step of how to write each character. Obviously, it takes practice compared to English. Like, if you know how to write characters, English letters, A, B, C, D, O to Z, all you have to know is like how do you spell that. Just they say how do you spell radicals? Just RADI, blah 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 blah, right? Say else, that's all you have to do. But in Chinese, okay, if I just tell you how do you, let's say 你好, how do you write 你好? Just by telling you, I don't think you're not able to really write it down. You have to see the word, and then once you see that word 你好, okay, you have to spend time to understand this word and then make sure you know how to write that word. That takes practice, okay, and it's not hard. That's why we have radicals, right? Okay, so like it's 3 of these sharing the same radicals, right? Right here, that's another radical, that's also the same radical. 4 of these characters sharing the same radicals, right? And what else? Things like that, like this radical is common, this radical is very common. So all of those will help you learn Chinese. Okay, so make sure you spend more time just kind of understand all these, and then in the future you'll make much more sense. Okay, so that's it. If you have questions, make sure to leave in the comment below, or you can email me. Everything that you have to know is down on the box. If you wanna, contact me or whatever. And that's pretty much all, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.